Okay, yeah. Oh, gee. There we go. All right, good evening, folks. We're going to deal with some proclamations first before we get into our council meeting. So, good evening to everyone. I'd like to start with a proclamation for Newfoundland and Labrador foster families. Whereas Newfoundland and Labrador foster families provide a safe and nurturing environment for the children and youth in their homes, and whereas the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay recognizes the important role of foster families in the child protection system in our province and the role of foster families Newfoundland and Labrador. Whereas foster families are celebrated as valued members of their communities for their contribution to the well-being of our province and our country. Now, therefore, I, George Andrews, Mayor of Town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay, do hereby proclaim October as Foster Families Month in Happy Valley-Goose Bay, and it's dated today, and I will sign it. All right, so we have a representative here from Foster Families with CYS? Yes. Okay, so you want to come on up? We're a picture if anyone wants to come up, council-wise? Mm-hmm. And they'll all want to come up for sure. Are you coming for a picture? All right.
Yes,
so.
right behind the mayor.
There we go. So, you want to come up? There we go. All right. So.
Some of them are looking so serious.
All right, yeah. So, Kathy, can you take a snap of that and, yep. And we'll post it online. No, we'll give you this one. Huh?
Okay.
So, yep, she's just going to put you for our website. And thank you for everything you guys do. All right, second one. We'll go into. Is there an order that you want these done, or it doesn't matter? Kathy, is there an order that you want to do the? Okay. All right.
I think babies.
You think babies? Yeah. Okay. Let's do the babies. Okay.
Sorry,
Sparky is going to. He's well behaved up there, so we'll hold off and we'll take care of the little babies that are here. All right. So National Breastfeeding Week 2025 proclamation. National Breastfeeding Feeding Week is October 1st to 7th. Okay. Whereas breastfeeding is recommended for optimal nutrition and healthy growth and development in the early months and years of life, and is fundamental to the well-being and prosperity of communities. And whereas breastfeeding has an impact on lifelong health with exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months and continued breastfeeding for 2 years and beyond, ensuring that mothers and children receive maximum health benefits. And whereas breastfeeding is one of the most cost-effective prevention strategies for many infections and chronic and acute diseases. And whereas infant feeding is one of the most important decisions that a new family makes, and whereas parents need the support of family, friends, and government, and health authorities, municipalities, community groups and organizations, businesses, and employers. And whereas National Breastfeeding Week provides an opportunity for people to celebrate and to raise public awareness about the importance of breastfeeding and the role everyone can play in normalizing breastfeeding. And whereas the theme for National Breastfeeding Week 2025 is prioritizing breastfeeding, create sustainable support systems, and focuses on environment and climate change. It will highlight our roles in supporting breastfeeding to create a sustainable environment while simultaneously reducing the impact of climate change caused by artificial feeding. All breastfeeding parents need access to breastfeeding support. It is essential that no one is left behind. So therefore, I, George Andrews, Mayor of Goose Bay, Happy Valley-Goose Bay, proclaim October 1st to 7th, 2025 National Breastfeeding Week in Newfoundland and Labrador. Signed by myself on September 23rd. And we have some representatives here from the breastfeeding support groups in town. We're going to ask them to come down with the little ones. And another picture for us.
Come on. Sparky thought he was going to be the cutest one here tonight.
Sorry, Sparky.
Sorry, Sparky.
Yeah. All right.
Beautiful though.
Who wants me to? Who wants to? Here, you hold it.
Right up front and center, Bailey.
Okay. Someone got to come close. All right. Here you go. So I'll present that to you.
Okay.
Thanks very much. Big smile at Kathy.
Everybody ready?
All right. She'll take a snap of it now. We'll put it online on our website, and you can give you this one back.
Don't let her see the mayor's donut.
Thank you, ladies. Let's give them a chance to. You don't have to stay, by the way. If you're bored and nothing else to do, you're more than welcome, of course.
But brand new moms
Yeah.
and bored with nothing else to do does not ever go in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. She's got a full one.
All right. Let's move into the next one, and we'll do Fire Prevention Week 2025. 2025 Fire Prevention Week proclamation. Whereas the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay is committed to ensuring the safety and security for all those living in and visiting, and whereas the fire remains a serious public safety concern both locally and nationally, and the presence of lithium-ion batteries in many households devices introduce unique fire risks. And whereas most of the electronics used in homes daily, including smartphones, tablets, laptops, power tools, e-bikes, e-scooters, and toys, are powered by lithium-ion batteries, which, if misused, damaged, or improperly charged, can overheat, start a fire, or explode. And whereas the National Fire Protection Association, the NFPA, reports an increase in battery-related fires, underscoring the need for public education on the safe use of lithium-ion batteries. And whereas residents should follow 3 calls to action, but by only listed products, charge batteries safely, and recycle them responsibly to prevent battery-related fires. And whereas lithium-ion batteries store a large amount of energy in a small space, and improper use, such as overcharging, using off-brand chargers without safety certification, or exposing batteries to damage, can result in fire or explosion. And whereas the proper disposal and recycling of lithium-ion batteries help prevent environmental hazards and reduce fire risks in the home and community. And whereas Happy Valley-Goose Bay first responders are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of fires through prevention, safety education, and community outreach. And whereas the 2025 Fire Prevention Week theme, Charge into Fire Safety, lithium-ion batteries in your home, serves to remind us of the importance of using, charging, and recycling lithium-ion batteries safely to reduce risk of fires in homes and communities. Therefore, I, George Andrews, Mayor of the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay, do hereby proclaim October 5th to 11th, 2025 as Fire Prevention Week throughout the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay. And I will sign that. Dated. So now we're going to invite our firefighting hero, Sparky, and our fire chief, and our new fire inspection officer. So,
Oh, good.
hello, Sparky. Oh, there you go. Okay, Sparky, I'm going to give this to you when everybody comes around. All right, here we go. Smile. Uh-oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll get a picture of this and we'll give it back to you, and you can take it back to the fire hall with you. Thank you very much, Peggy. And before you go, Mr. Butler, I just want to personally thank Brad and his team at the fire hall. We've been extremely busy over the tenure of the 13th Council, and you know, as our tenure comes to a close here, I just want to say personally, and you know, from a council perspective, thanks for the work that you do, and please pass that on to the guys because service is absolutely invaluable. All right, thanks, man. Yep. All right, we got one more to go. 2 2 minutes and we'll be right on schedule. Okay, a proclamation for Happy Valley Day, September 26, 2025. Whereas on this day, September 26, 1943, the families of John Brumfield from Big Bay, Thorwald Perot from Makovic, and Gilbert Saunders of Davis Inlet first settled in what was originally called Refugee Cove, later to be named Happy Valley. And whereas the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay today is a culturally diverse community, and whereas the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay recognizes the importance of not only learning from our heritage, but also protecting it. And the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay endorses the effort to promote culture and heritage of our community. And whereas September 26, 2025 marks the 82nd anniversary of the founding of Happy Valley. Therefore, it is hereby proclaimed that I, George Andrews, the Mayor of Happy Valley-Goose Bay, on the 82nd anniversary of the founding of Happy Valley, proclaim September 26, 2025 as Happy Valley Day. Furthermore, let it be known that on Saturday, September 27th, at Kinsman Park, there will be a Happy Valley Day festival, a time for citizens of Happy Valley-Goose Bay to not only celebrate our beginning, but also look forward to our future. And I will sign that. And I got to say, that's a very nice proclamation. So, I was going to say, I was just going to say, we do have a relative of one of the original families here this evening, and I'm going to put him on the spot now to see if he wants to come down and take a picture with us. There you go. Thanks, Curtis. All right, guys. Another picture, looking pretty. Here you go, come over. In the way. Thank you, sir. Let her snag a picture of that. Thank you. And you can keep that one. I think we give you one last year, too. Well, no, she's going to snag a picture first. And as you post it online, then you can have that one. Okay, anyone need a minute before we go into our live meeting? All right, so we'll just give us a second here. We're still live, right? Everybody's microphone is turned on? Everybody's microphone is turned on? Okay, good. Agenda.
Many on. Just unplug one. Turn one off.
We're good there now? Okay. All right, so let's try that again. We had some flashing technical lights here. Good evening and welcome to the 84th public meeting of the 13th elected Town Council of Happy Valley-Goose Bay. And this will be our last scheduled meeting, of course, as a council. So we'll get right into it. We've completed some proclamations. But before we get into delegations or adopting the agenda, I would like to make a note that just to my right here, there's a little tiny miniature, what we call birthday cake, and it's here because I'd like to wish the Deputy Mayor a happy birthday. I'm not going to say what birthday is, but I'm sure if you ask her.
I think we should sing her happy.
Well, there you go.
And there we go.
And leading, Councillor Compton House is going to lead us in singing happy birthday.
I will certainly do it.
Okay.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ella. Deputy Mayor. Happy birthday to you.
I'm as red as my hair. Thank you very much.
Now, if we had
If we had a
fire
lady.
protection officer still here, we'd
Yeah.
light your candle.
All right, so, yes, happy birthday. And it's one of those congratulatory birthdays. But anyway, no, I just kidding. Okay, let's move on. The agenda you have before you is there. I'll ask for a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
So moved.
So moved by Councillor Pomeroy, seconded by the Deputy Mayor. Had her hand up there, Councillor. All those in favour?
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed. All right, delegations. I understand we have one delegation this evening. Correct? Yes, just one? One? I believe it's Mr. Saunders.
The only thing is that microphone is not red,
Oh yeah, we'll just turn off one.
make it live.
So, Mr. Saunders, welcome to the, and thanks for doing the the thing, and you must be pretty proud that your family decided, many moons ago to come to town. So we have a little blurb that we will give you. I will ask you the 10-minute rule that Councillor Brumfield will read out to you there, that you adhere to that, if you would be so kind. And with that,
Okay, I'll just give you the highlights, basically. You'll have 10 minutes to present your concerns. Delegates may speak to one topic only per meeting, may only appear before council once on the same subject. Following the presentation, the mayor and council may ask questions or make comments on the information presented, but will not engage in the debate. No delegation will be considered on topics such as human resources, labor relations, legal matters, or any topic that is not within the legislative authority of the municipality. Really, that is it in a nutshell.
if you just state your name for the record, and welcome to council chambers.
My
Mr.
name is
Saunders.
Curtis Saunders, born and raised here in Happy Valley-Goose Bay. Very proud of my heritage. My grandfather was one of the first families to come to Goose Bay with the Broomfields and the Peralts. We're a very strong family, very strong ties to the community, born here and raised here, like I said. I look around this table here, we have people that was born here also and raised here. I'm very glad for the 13th Town Council to go out and show your support to the residents. I know that times that this 13th Town Council, 12th, 10th, 9th, and 8th, that never seen eye to eye with people in the residents. They have different opinions. But I'm sure you all come here for the good of your heart. You want what's best for this community. As me as a resident, I want to thank you very much for letting me speak here. And I specifically want to talk about the heritage of the 82nd year of the Broomfields and Saunderses. I think that's my grandfather and my previous councillors, mayors. I look up here, all these councillors and the mayors and prior to them, and what would they wanted? They want everyone here in this room here wants what's best for the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay and for the residents. But anyway, in saying that, I really want to thank the town council, this 13th Town Council. I might have had a few choice words regarding some of my issues that I had here. Anyone that knows me, I'm a very strong advocate for safety and crime prevention. I want what's best for the residents of Happy Valley-Goose Bay. And again, I might not express my opinion sometimes to some people don't like, but my heart is with the residents. Anyone knows me, I will speak on your behalf. Again, I want to thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Saunders. And it's a sign of a strong democracy when you have people that do exactly that. And every group and every organization, every community needs a social conscience. And I thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Okay, adoption of the previous minutes. Next, going to our agenda. The minutes are there in front of you for the 83rd meeting held on August 26th. I'll entertain a motion to accept them as presented. Moved by Councillor Rumbold, seconded by the Deputy Mayor. Any discussion? Okay, none being heard. We've had them for a bit. All those in favor indicate with aye. Aye. Contrary-minded? Passed. All right, so correspondence next on the agenda. Incoming correspondence, we have a letter from the Honorable Sean Fraser combating, that's a bad one, combating the Hate Act. And there's a letter that's been sent to the town. Of course, he's the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General for Canada, and what the introduction of the Combating Hate Act and their desire, I guess, to amend the criminal code. So that's what we've had there. There's no outgoing correspondence.
Yep, check the regular package.
Okay. Okay, yep, all right. There is an incoming piece of correspondence, actually from the Royal Canadian Navy. I was going to speak to it later, concerning HMCS Goose Bay. And there's outgoing correspondence, the letter that was written to Deputy Minister Sean Dutton concerning moving violations. So those are in your package. All right, it's the correspondence. Let's move into finance, admin, and policy. And the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Your Worship. Being my last council meeting here as the chair and my last council meeting period, I do only have a very short one today, and it's all requests for donations really, except for one item. We had a couple of items that were presented to us. One, we, at our finance admin part of the committee of the whole, I'm sorry to mention that. So we discussed a couple of items based, like I said, one was a donation request from the Special Physical Equipment Committee for Seniors. And we normally support this organization every year. And this organization assists other seniors trying to buy glasses or getting other kind of medical equipment or stuff that they need. We also did discuss the Wayne Winters Memorial Law Enforcement Tournament, and basically sponsor the team for that one, which has already been held, but we had to just still do the motion for it. And we also have an in-kind donation request from Elena Harding and Kayla Mahar, presuming that's right, sorry if it's not. And these are two young girls here. They both represent Team LNL reps at the Atlantic Challenge Cup for the females on the 16 and 14 divisions respectively. They made it to the first two rounds of tryout, now they're going on their way to Halifax, I believe it is. So they're looking for a donation from us, and there's a recommendation come forward on that one. Okay? The last item we discussed was the removed basic signing authority for our previous Director of Finance Administration, which is the administrative item we always had to do at public meetings. And that's it for the Finance Administration for this month, and I do have, like I said, 4 recommendations. Right?
Okay, it's been moved by Councillor Brumfield and Finance Admin and Policy Committee that we accept his report as presented, and seconded by
I'll second.
Councillor Compton Hobbs. Seconds. Any discussion? Okay, none being heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
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 Contrary-minded? Passed. Your recommendation, sir.
Okay, the first one is a donation request from the SPECS, which is Special Physical Equipment Committee for Seniors. The Finance Administration and Policy Committee recommends that Council approve a monetary donation in the amount of $2,000 to the Special Physical Equipment Committee for Seniors for 2025.
Moved by Councillor Brumfield and the Finance Admin and Policy Committee that Council donate $2,000 to the Specs Committee for Seniors for 2025. Seconded by Councillor Winters. Discussion. Okay, none heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
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 Contrary-minded? Passed. Next one, sir.
The next one is the Wayne Winters Memorial Law Enforcement Tournament. The Finance Administration and the Policy Committee recommends that Council sponsor a 4-person team for the Wayne Winters Memorial Law Enforcement Tournament in the amount of $200.
Okay, moved by Councillor Brumfield and the Finance Admin and Policy Committee that Council register a team of 4 for the amount of $200 for Wayne Winters Memorial Law Enforcement Tournament. Seconded by? Seconded by Councillor Palmer. Discussion? None heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed. Next one, sir, please.
The next one is an in-donation request from Elena Harding and Kayla Mahar. The Finance Administration and Policy Committee recommends Council approve an in-kind donation of 1 ice rent to these individuals should it not interfere with the other scheduled arena rentals.
Okay. It's been moved by Councillor Brumfield and FAP Committee that we approve an ice rental for the 2 noted ladies. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Wallace. Discussion? Okay, unheard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
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 Contrary-minded? Passed. And your last one, sir?
And the final one is remove bank signing authority. The Finance Administration and Policy Committee recommends that pursuant to Section 83 of Towns and Local Service Districts Act, the Town Council of the Town of Happy Valley Goose Bay shall remove Mike Delamont as the signing officer for the Town of Happy Valley Goose Bay.
Okay, moved by Councillor Brumfield and FAP that we council adjust to remove our signing authorities and remove Mike Delamont as the signing officer for the town. Seconded by Councillor Winters. Discussion. Okay, nothing heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
I do
Con-
have one more. though.
Contrary-minded?
Yeah.
I was hoping. Oh, one more?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I also have another donation request here. The Filipino Association of Goose Bay Labrador Sports Festival 2025. The Finance Administration and Policy Committee recommends council approve a donation of $500 to assist the Filipino Association Sports Festival scheduled for October the 18th to the 19th, 2025.
Okay, moved by Councillor Brumfield and the FAP committee that council approve a donation of $500 to assist the Filipino Association's Sports Festival, October 18th. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Wallace. All those in favor indicate with, oh, sorry, discussion.
Yeah, I noticed, Your Worship, the request from the Filipino Association. The first time I've seen the letter, I was aware they were sending a letter in. They looked for a contribution of $1,000. I believe the $500 came from the fact that's what we provided them last year.
Past 2 years.
For the past 2 years. And I know that when we, the same with the specs, I believe that fluctuate from year to year. And I'm just wondering why, we wouldn't consider giving them $1,000 this year, because their population, their community is growing, and so I want to understand the cost of the donations that they will receive will help offset the cost of having their sports meet. I believe they're renting out the Y for
Right.
that whole day or 2 days.
Any other discussion?
Yeah, I would support that too, and I think the donation policy allows for another 500, like up to 1,000.
So there's a motion on the floor for $500 right now. So
Can we rescind the
In-
motion?
no, we don't need to rescind it. In order to, it's in the same intent, it's just a different dollar amount. So friendly amendment is what you're making?
Yeah, I'd be
So
willing
if
to
it's
go forward with
accepted by the mover, then that could be accepted.
Yeah, friendly amendment.
You good with that? Okay. So that noted. So, okay, so we're changing it to $1,000. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor indicate with aye. Aye. Contrary-minded? Passed. I do have one that I'd like to bring forward that I sent in that I didn't see come on the agenda. Is minor hockey request for $600 donation for a placard. I sent to you. I sent to the council and you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the director of CSR is looking into that with our current board rentals to see if there's space.
Okay. Space is in, so it'll have to come back to council?
The paid advertising that goes around the
Yeah.
boards, because every September is when they renew, and it
Yeah.
depends on how much space is there, if we can,
Right, so the sign is there now.
Yeah.
Right, so instead of delaying it having to come down, can we, because the idea was that it's just that, it's not a business sign, it's just a minor hockey sign from the
It's jiggy,
jiggy jiggy, right?
Yeah.
So he was gonna have to pay $600 for it. So I said I'd bring it to council. And I said to him, I said, ask for a donation for the $600. I also did speak to him and say that if he spoke with the director, maybe if there was space, it could be as well. So
yeah. So we haven't received a letter from anybody?
I sent it to you.
I got an email from you asking
Yeah.
for space for that sign.
No, I asked, the letter came from, the information came from the gentleman who sent it to me. It was the request, and he signed it on the bottom.
It went to our council.
Yeah, oh, her, she was on it
I
too.
don't see an issue with it.
So, I mean, if they gotta pay $600, I mean, that's $600 that comes from an organization. If there's space there and it's been there for years and they haven't been charged, I'm not really
I think
sure.
there's two issues here. I think the letter, from my recollection, is they're asking us to pay for the sign, plus also space for the sign.
No, the $600 is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a sign, the sign was removed.
It's the opportunity
It's,
cost of the space.
yeah, it's just that, and I could see it if there was other advertising that was there to be paid, but if there's a space there, the one of the boards is empty and it can go up there. I'm not sure if we should be charging one of the major users in the arena a that fee, right? And I understand, the advertising and that, and if it was a business or something, then I wouldn't even be considering. But from the perspective that, it is a organization, so. It's there. Can we have it dealt with in some form or fashion?
Yeah, well, the director hasn't gotten back to me yet. He's been in
Okay.
training today and
Okay.
tomorrow.
All right. Okay. All right. And that's it from you, sir?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's move into the next community planning and development.
Thank you, Mayor. Community Planning and Development Committee met as part of the Committee of the Whole on Tuesday, September the 9th. In lieu of a formal report, as these meetings are now live streamed, I would imagine that anybody who wishes to would be able to go and view that live feed. But I will say that it was a very brief meeting, that we didn't have a heavy agenda load. And at the time of the Committee of a Whole, we only had 2 discretionary land use requests, both for home-based businesses and with recommendations to follow for both of them. So there wasn't a lot on our plate during that meeting. So we were brief, and they were very straightforward, not a lot of discussion on those 2 discretionary land use. Since that Committee of a Whole meeting, we have had a few additional items. So I think I have 7 that I'll be presenting in recommendations. But I don't think there's anything to add other than those 2 items. So I would like to request that you accept my report as presented.
Thank you, Councillor Rumbold. It's moved by Councillor Rumbold that we accept the Community Planning and Development Report as presented. Seconded by Councillor Brumfield. Discussion? Okay, none heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
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 Contrary-minded? Passed. And 1 of 7.
And now the recommendations. Okay, so my first one is a home-based business application at 119B Hamilton River Road. The Community Planning and Development Committee recommends council approve the home-based business application for Lightship Strategies Incorporated, located at 119B Hamilton River Road, which will operate a phone, internet, email-only home office for contracting services, subject to compliance with all the town's regulations and conditions.
Okay, moved by Councillor Rumbold and the CPD Committee that council approve a home-based business at 119B Hamilton River Road. Seconded by Councillor Winters. 3.
Everybody else seemed to.
That's the first one that catches my
We
eye.
wondered who's going to go.
Councillor Winters. Discussion? None heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed. Next one, please.
My second one is also a home-based business application, this one located at 26 Ikey Street. The Community Planning and Development Committee recommends council approve the home-based business application for Arctic Moss Studios Incorporated, located at 26 Ikey Street, which will operate a phone, internet, email-only home office for contracting services, subject to compliance with all the town's regulations and conditions.
Okay, moved by Councillor Rumbold and CPD Committee that council approve a home-based business application for 26 Ikey Street. Seconded by
I'll second.
Councillor Compton Hobbs, seconds. Discussion? Okay, all those in favor indicate with aye.
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 Contrary-minded? Pass. Next one, please.
Apartment 161 Hamilton River Road. The Community Planning and Development Committee recommends council approve the application to convert an existing commercial building into an apartment with commercial in the front, located at 161 Hamilton River Road, subject to compliance with all the town's regulations and conditions.
Okay, moved by Councillor Rumbold and our CPD Committee that council approve the application to convert an existing commercial building into an apartment with commercial in the front at 161 Hamilton River Road. Seconded by
I'll second.
Councillor Compton Hobbs. Discussion.
Question.
Deputy.
If I may, the building on 161, is it 2 buildings or is it joined?
It
was
used
to be joined.
one building,
Right.
and it has recently been reconfigured to 2 buildings.
So is 161?
No, that's not correct.
Up to
No.
No.
What happened was in the
Renovated.
renovations, the walls were taken down because
Yeah.
of rot or something, and then there was a stop work placed on there because of no fire life safety. So basically, this decision, if I'm correct, Mr. Dillon, this will allow him to proceed with drawings and then come back to us for an application, right? A permit, correct?
Yeah, that's correct, Mayor.
Right, okay. So this basically was a discretionary use. It is intended to be one building,
Yes, sir.
but because the walls were taken down,
But it will be one.
it will be one building with a
Yes, sir.
business in front and apartments in the back. Yep. Any further discussion? Okay, none heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed. Next one, please.
125 Court Real Road, Crown Lands application. The Community Planning and Development Committee recommends that council provide objection to Crown Lands application 164529, located at 125 Court Real Road, as I hate the acronyms, the DSIA, the Development Scheme Area, prevents any new development in the area.
Okay, it's moved by Councillor Rumbold and the CPD committee that council provide objection to Crown Lands application 164529 as our DSA regulation, our DSA prevents any further development in that area. Seconded by? I got Councillor Pomeroy first. It's no trouble to get anyone to second that night. Okay, seconded by Councillor Pomeroy. Discussion? Okay.
Just a further point, Mayor, just so that we're clear, it's that commercial accommodations or storage is not a permitted or discretionary use. So the reason for, or the rationale for providing objection is because it is not a permitted or a discretionary use. So we didn't have any flexibility there
Yep.
at all.
Okay, so we'll provide objection. Any more discussion? Okay, all those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed. Next one, please.
72 Palliser Crescent, Crown Lands application. The Community Planning and Development Committee recommends that council provide objection to Crown Lands application 164527, located at 72 Palliser Crescent, as the town is unable to confirm that there is no outstanding ownership claim on this location, and due to the property being in arrears with the town.
Okay, moved by Councillor Rumbold and the CPD committee that council provide objection on the Crown's Lands application 164527. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Wallace. Discussion? Councillor Pomeroy. Yep, I'll come to you in just. Did you, just one moment there, did we go to her, we go to her CAO first, because I think she has some additional information.
Yeah, I would like to request that council move this to a closed meeting for a brief time to provide an update which requires some information under section 41.1 of the Towns and Local Service District Act that can't be discussed in a public meeting.
Okay. Does the issue have to be dealt with tonight, or can we table it?
It's regarding this motion.
Yes, but I mean, in terms of dealing with the issue tonight, does this have to be dealt with tonight? Yes, because of Crown Lands, right?
Yes,
Okay.
because the timelines for Crown
All right,
Lands.
so I'm going to ask the folks in the gallery if you would give us 5 minutes. Feel free to just scoot outside for less than 5 minutes, and we'll call you back in. We apologize for that. And we will go into, yes, a short recess, please.
Yeah, no, and, I mean, thanks for that, CAO. I mean, there's some information that we needed to have. But you know, hopefully this can be resolved quicker rather than later. It's been many, many years, and we've been trying to figure out this property, so we look forward to see some resolution at some point.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, none being heard. All those in favor of providing objection indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed.
Okay, I have one left. And my final one is the Community Planning and Development Committee recommends council authorize the Director of Engineering to start the process to have a zoning change in the area of Cherrywood, Burnwood, and Aspen Road from industrial light to industrial commercial zone as per the attached map, which is in our council package.
Okay, moved by Councillor Rumbold and CPD that we start a process, we authorize the Director of Engineering to start the process for a zoning change in the area of Cherrywood, Burnwood, Aspen Road. Seconded by?
I'll second.
Councillor Compton House. I got two hands and one voice. Discussion? I think this should have been done years ago. Actually, if I recall correctly, there's actually drawings for the development up there of streets. So, and it's the easiest commercial land we have in town to develop. So, any other discussion? What?
Not the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the basement somewhere. All those, did you have something?
No, I was
Okay.
going to basically what you said. I mean, it's something that's been talked about for years, and it just tidies things up.
Yep. Okay, all those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed.
And now I am finished.
Thank you,
very
Councillor
much.
Rumble. Okay, let's move along to Protective Services. And the table, the floor goes to Councillor Compton Hobbs.
Thank you, Mayor. Protective Services Committee, a committee met on September the 9th with the Committee of the Whole. It was live. Some of the issues, some new business that we talked about. Director of Protective Services Butler provided a draft fireworks bylaw for the Protective Services Committee review. There was a discussion about enforcement, amounts for fines, and how to best distribute the permit applications. So we had discussions around the bylaw. The Protective Services Committee agreed that the bylaw still needs work before going to legal, so this will be moving into the new council. The new Fire Protective Officer, Sam Lorimer, started in early September. He's settling in and busy preparing for Fire Prevention Week, as we just seen Sparky. Animal welfare inspectors, both the ACO, Julia Kellen, and the MEO, Barry Poole, are fully certified as animal welfare inspectors, and a PA, public service announcement, has gone out to inform the public. We also talked about the community safety and well-being plan, which is underway, and that's project manager Brian Davis, who's working on this community safety and well-being plan. Just a little overview, the community safety well-being plan is being developed in line with the Canadian Centre for Safer Communities framework and other recognized planning standards. The process emphasizes effective management, evidence-based analysis, and practical recommendations tailored for the needs of Happy Valley-Goose Bay. The project is scheduled for delivery within a 9 to 12 month timeline, which is mid 2026. So we're looking forward to that plan being completed and engaging with the community and moving that forward. We had a discussion around Garda. Their contract ends on October 31st. So I guess the new council will deal with that. We asked about their monthly reports, where it was going, who's reviewing it, and Director of Protective Services, Mr. Butler, advised that he's receiving reports monthly. We wondered, what we should be doing with these reports. Should we be analyzing them a little bit more, or should we, be more engaged with these reports? So that's a discussion for the new council. Also, I never end without talking about the calls received at the RCMP and in the report For the month of September, August, 720 calls in 2025 and 728 calls in 2024. Exact same number of calls. So there's still, people are still calling in, so that's good, and I encourage you to continue calling in for public safety. And I ask that you please accept my report as presented.
Thank you, Councillor Compton-Hobbs. Moved by Councillor Compton-Hobbs that we accept the Protective Services report as presented. Seconded by? Okay, Councillor Pomeroy. Discussion? Okay, none heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Contraminded? Passed. You have one recommendation?
One recommendation, Mayor. Rescind taxi regulations. The Protective Services Committee recommends council rescind the Town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay taxi regulations, as the information contained in the regulations has been included in the new vehicle for hire bylaw that was adopted and gazetted in February 2025.
Okay, moved by Councillor Compton-Hobbs and the Protective Services Committee that council rescind the taxi regulations. As information contained in the regulations have been included in the new vehicle for hire bylaw, which was adopted and gazetted in February 2025. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Wallace. Discussion? Councillor Palmer?
Yeah, I'm just curious, so I know that we're working on bylaws with respect to ride sharing and home delivery, like using apps. I'm wondering if the CEO can give us a little update of where we may be to with that, because there's been a number of people over the last year or so that's been wanting to have an online app that people can contact them and be picked up, and as well as to pick up deliveries of food and whatnot. And I know that we don't have any bylaw at the moment. Is there an update as to when we may be able to move before that?
I can say that haven't done any investigation on this for the past few months.
Okay.
Been otherwise tied up. The last that we inquired about it, the towns weren't able to put anything in place because the province didn't allow anything.
Right.
Now, I think the city of St. John's does, but they fall under a different act. The city of St. John's has its own act, whereas we fall under the Towns and Local Service Districts Act. But we can certainly put that on the agenda for future.
Yeah, because there have been a number of inquiries over the last few months, and the same response really. We're still waiting for the province.
Well, we can't do anything yet until the province.
Yeah.
So that might be a good item for certain individuals sitting in our gallery tonight. You good, sir?
It's good.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Contraminded? Passed. Let's move the floor to Municipal Services and Councillor Palmer.
Thank you, Mayor. The Municipal Services Committee met on September 9th as part of the Committee of the Whole. At the time, there was no new business to discuss, but since then we have a couple of recommendations that I'll bring forward shortly. As per the manager's reports, deficiency corrections are underway at the YMCA, though progress and communications from the contractor has been unsatisfactory. And legal is reviewing and some consideration being given as to next steps. Mechanical and architectural work mostly completed on lift station upgrades. The skate equipment installation is near completion. D42 pump house, which we tend to hear a lot about. Work is continuing on the upgrades to that pump house. Work has also begun on upgrading the bike trail between the two gateways, with resurfacing expected to be completed in the coming weeks. With respect to the Riverbank stabilization project, we were advised today that we had issued a tender, but there were no bids, and we are in the process, or staff will be in the process of reissuing that tender, and hopefully be able to award so that construction can begin next year. Contract was awarded for sewage lift station phase 2, and construction is near completion on that. Is that correct?
That's correct, Councillor. The only thing remaining now is that we're waiting on the panel for lift station number 6, and we're waiting for the sub to complete the skate upgrades. Expecting substantial completion on the total project within the next 2 weeks.
Thank you. Also, there is ongoing coordination with provincial government departments to finalize architectural consultants' selection for a new fire hall. With respect to municipal building upgrades, construction is underway for snow guard installation. Work is expected to start soon on a HVAC system for the town office, and work has already begun to upgrade the heating system at the E.J. Broomfield Memorial Arena. Upgrades to well number 2 were expected to be completed by the middle of September. I'm not sure if there's a, that's been done.
That has been completed, Councillor.
Thank you. We are also in the process of retendering for a charger for the town's electric bus, as there were no bidders for in the initial call. Discussions have also been held with provincial authorities regarding expansion to the municipal landfill, and I'll have a motion to that shortly. Routine seasonal operations are ongoing. And finally, I should note that the tipping fees for the year as of September the 2nd were $122,361.07. Before I bring forward the recommendations, I move that Council approve the Municipal Services Committee as presented.
Thank you, Councillor Pomeroy. It's moved by Councillor Pomeroy that we accept the Municipal Services Committee as presented. Seconded by Councillor Compton-Hobbs. Discussion? Okay, none being heard. All those in favor indicate with aye. Aye. Contrary-minded? Passed. You have some recommendations, sir?
Yes, I have a couple, Your Worship. Be it resolved, the Town of Happy Valley-Goose may apply for funding from the Provincial Solid Waste Management Strategy via the Department of Environment and Climate Change in the amount of $75,000 to conduct a study on the capacity and recommended upgrades to the town's landfill.
Okay, it's moved by Councillor Pomeroy, Municipal Services, that we apply for funding from Provincial Waste Management Strategy in the amount of $75,000 to conduct a study on the capacity and recommend upgrades to the town landfill. Seconded by Councillor Winters. Discussion? Okay, none heard. All those in favor indicate with aye. Aye. Contrary-minded? Passed. Next one, sir.
Thank you. Municipal Services Committee recommends that the Director of Engineering be authorized to submit an application to the Canadian Housing Infrastructure Fund in the amount of $2.5 million for infrastructure installation in the residential cluster zoning area.
Okay, moved by Councillor Pomeroy and Municipal Services Committee that we authorize a submission of an application to the Canadian Housing Infrastructure Fund in the amount of $2.5 million. Seconded by
I'll second it.
Councillor Compton-Hobbs.
You're going to call, I just want, just so that people know what it's about.
Discussion? I was getting there.
Yeah, so this is in relation to the land behind White Crescent and 10th Street. It's been identified, it's town-owned land that's been identified in previous years as for potential housing developments. What this applying to for this for this funding, and if we're successful, will allow us to put in the infrastructure to move forward with a development in that area.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move into Community Services and Recreation. And the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm just going to run through council whole meeting minutes, September 5th, 2025. Manager's report overview from CSR Director Demers. Summary of operations, Town and Tune, CSR Director continues contact with them. It was recommended by the CEO that they come to meet with council after the municipal election. Labrador Winter Games, Allison Keats has been named coordinator for Team Happy Valley-Goose Bay. Allison is a lifelong resident of Happy Valley-Goose Bay and a very long volunteer. So Allison is an excellent choice, and we wish Team Happy Valley-Goose Bay good luck in the upcoming Winter Games. Curling Club, the CSR met with the group this month and expect them to be ready for a signed agreement for the season. The YMCA, CAC, and FAC committees meetings were postponed and rescheduled for later this week. Minor soccer has been removing their equipment from the arena and MMC field. Some of the equipment, goals, and nets will be stored at CF Arena. Age-friendly community action plan. The final report was reviewed and certain gaps were identified. CSR met with the consultant to provide constructive feedback. The consultant is to provide an update on how they can address the feedback and improve the quality of the final action plan. We informed the funding agency of the additional delay to complete the final report. The summer recreation program. The summer rec day camp was completed. Overall, they are satisfied with the camp and have identified a few elements to improve the structure for next year if they continue to offer the program. Fundings for summer students' claims have been completed and submitted. There was an application completed for the Atlantic Lottery for winter activities. The Seniors Fun Day. The event went well, had over approximately 70 participants, many from the long-term care, from the hospital via Joe's Pathway. There was positive comments received from the participants. We provided Coldplay, entertainment, and a cornhole game. Weather was perfect for the event, which helped make it a memorable day. Facilities and equipment updates. The score clock, the cost estimate will be provided at budget time. Playgrounds continues to be checked daily. We have been sourcing parts to replace damaged equipment. The price of playground equipment has been increased significantly. There is also an extra cost because of the tariffs. The current budget is limiting our ability to maintain them. Outdoor space. Our team and the students focused around the arena, Kingdom Park, Current Club. In addition, they help out the overall team maintaining our parks and green spaces. MMC soccer field. The field continues to be in rough condition. Soil compaction is too high to allow grass to grow properly. The soil was tested, and we added the proper nutrients to maximize growth. We are working with the Park Center to disc the field and reduce compaction. We also sprayed weed control on the field to help manage the weeds and promote grass. It has some visible positive impact. The important elements that we need to manage is field access, irrigation, top dressing. If we can increase our ability in any of these across the field, then we'll be in a better condition. The base field is currently being used by minor soccer, is deteriorating fast. The grass is nicer, but the overall field is not. This is unfortunate, but as anticipated that there will be another season before our field returns to a high standard. Ball fields. Our ball fields have been used and hosted a few tournaments this past month. Husky Park has not been resurfaced at this time. Evaluating the option to complete the work at the end of the season within those resources. Staff training. Our department continues to experience changes with permanent and temporary staff departures, working through getting all the work completed. Important dates upcoming. September 27th, tentative Happy Valley-Goose Day. September 29th, ice season opening. November 28th and 30th, rec hockey tournament. December the 4th, tree lighting ceremony. December 5 and 7, Steve Ramey tournament. December 6th, Santa Claus parade. December 8th, tentative Christmas ice show. December 27th, rec hockey tournament. January 17 and 18, tentative ice skating regional. January 23rd and 25th, Labrador Cup hockey tournament. February 13 to 15, mega hockey tournament. March 14 to 17, Labrador Winter Games. March 27, 29, tentative rec hockey tournament and end of season tournament. April 4th and 5th, Randy Hansen hockey tournament. April 5th is closed for Easter. April 6th, 8th, or 10th to 12th, provincial hockey tournament, and April 18th, tentative ice show. As you can see, they're going to be very busy in that arena over the winter. I have no recommendations, and please accept report as presented.
Thank you, Councillor Winters. Moved by Councillor Winters that we accept the Community Services and Recreation Report as presented. Seconded by Councillor Rumbold. Discussion? Okay, none heard. All those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed. Thank you, sir. All right, if I'm not mistaken, after 80 meetings, yes. The agenda's pretty good, no? Approval of checks.
Okay,
And I'll turn the floor to Councillor Broomfield.
okay, thank you, Your Worship. Town Council of the Town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay approved checks totaling $435,290.06 for the month of September 23rd, 2025.
Okay, moved by Councillor Brumfield that we accept the checks in the amount, or approve the checks in the amount of $435,290.06. And I think that's the cheapest month that we've been
I
here.
think so too.
Seconded by Councillor Winters. I was going to say Deputy Mayor Winters that time, sorry. Discussion? Okay, none? All those in favor indicate with aye.
Aye.
Contrary-minded? Passed. Okay, so it's Councillors' Forum. Where am I going first? I'm going to start with Councillor Rumbold. I will ask though, I will ask that I know certain councillors are
Long-winded.
no, are campaigning.
Okay.
So I would ask that you respect that
Okay.
portion of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Councillor Rumbold.
Thank you, Mayor. So a couple things I'd like to highlight this evening, and I'd like to start with the piece of correspondence that we had this evening regarding the Combating Hate Act, the legislation that was introduced. I just think it's really important. We live in a world where it's unfortunate that sometimes opening yourself up to public service can also open yourself up to some extreme acts, and I think Deputy Mayor and I think maybe Councillor Pomeroy, we attended together a session in the Federation of Canadian Municipalities where we heard some atrocious stories of how some public officials have been treated. So it's very, very pleasing to see that there has been legislation introduced to protect people from things such as that. I want to extend my condolences to the families of the late Jean Crane and Susan Felsberg. And the reason I kind of put them together is because we have two very, very, very trailblazing, strong women, both of whom the town was able to recognize by the lowering of our flags, which was something that was done in honor of their contributions to the town of Happy Valley-Goose Bay, each in their own way. And I won't extol their virtues because I think we've all had the opportunity over the last short while to see, and we're all very well aware because they were not figures that weren't held in a very public light. But I do want to extend our condolences to the families of those two wonderful ladies who made significant contributions to our communities. I want to again reiterate the positive feedback and positive experiences I've had in regards to the town bus. Every time I see somebody getting on, it makes me it gives me that sense of satisfaction because we all know it was a long time getting there. It felt like, there was a lot to get through from the time the opportunity was first identified to the actually receiving. I think it was, I don't want to say it was shrink wrap, but the bus kind of came here with saran wrap on the outside of it or something, and so it was like opening this unseen late Christmas present. But I have seen so many positive uses with that bus, and when you happen to be at the co-op and you see somebody who is able to get on that bus, I've noticed in particular people with mobility issues, and it's a reasonable fee, and it's something that helps people. It just makes people's life easier. So I do want to mention that. I wanted to speak about Happy Valley Day, which we've already referenced, but it's going to be a great busy weekend. So Saturday we have Happy Valley Day from 1 to 5 at Kinsman Park, and then Sunday we have Them Days is having a celebration of 50 years of publishing. We all know how important 50th celebrations are, and so they're going to celebrate at the Leon Cooper Park on Grenfell Street from 12 to 2. So Happy Valley Day, Kinsman Park, Saturday 1 to 5. Them Days celebration is the Leon Cooper Memorial Park on Sunday from 12 to 2. So I hope to see our residents out. We're at the end of summer, the beginning of fall. I think the first day of fall was yesterday. But we want to enjoy as much of the pre-winter weather as we can. I know you mentioned the campaigning thing. I'm not campaigning, but this is potentially the last meeting for all of us. So if I don't take the opportunity now, and you have to take the opportunities when they're presented, I just need to say to our town staff that your hard work does not go unnoticed. The past and present staff, everybody we've encountered at the town hall, at the town depot, on the streets, the fire hall, you guys go above and beyond to make the job of a town councilor so much easier. And we don't always say thank you. And I think sometimes it's just, you get caught up but I really need to take this opportunity because the way that you come into this green, you don't know what you're doing. And when from our janitor here, Lori, to the girls who answer the phone, to the firefighters, to the guys that are handling the water and sewer issues, like it's everybody. You can't name just one, but I'm looking at Kathy and Nadine because they're right here and they're such a big part of the team. And what they do is to keep us on track. And Mayor's trying to keep me on track because I'm so long-winded, but I really appreciate the fact that you have never made me, or I'm sure any of us, feel stupid for asking a question. And I appreciate that so much. So to everybody from CAO down to directors, down to managers, down to our brand new laborers just hired, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all. Then I got to do you guys, and then I got to shut up. So, Councillor Compton Hobbs, you are passionate, you are assertive. There is never a time when anybody could doubt your commitment to your community. It's visible, and I thank you for it. Councillor Pomeroy, your professionalism, your way with words, the knowledge that you display, I see it, I think everybody sees it, and we recognize it, and we thank you for it. Councillor Broomfield, who wishes I would just shut up. You are so straightforward, direct, you are unapologetically you. You say what you mean, and you mean what you say, and I appreciate that from you. Councillor Winters, you're the other man of few words. You don't necessarily say a lot, but when you do, it's so impactful because I know that I can see you sitting over there and I can see the gears turning, and he's putting a lot of thought into his words before he speaks, and I appreciate that. Deputy Mayor, you are very hardworking. The pride that you have in your family and your community is evident. I am so disappointed that you and I didn't manage to get a roundabout in this town before the end of our 4 years, but I have enjoyed my time with you as well. And Mayor, leading this team could not have ever been easy. Nobody would ever say it was, but you have stepped up to that challenge, tried to keep us in line when it wasn't always easy. We've been through a lot as a council, from our emergency operations, which I really appreciate your experience in that. We've had power outages, we've had fires, we've had so many different things thrown at us, and the way that you have managed to steer this ship, I appreciate and I thank you for. And I will always remember from all of you our cramming into a vehicle to do our Santa Claus parade travels together. And I just want to say thank you, a sincere thank you to each and every one of you for the time that we've spent over the last 4 years. And now I will respectfully shut up.
No, you keep going. No.
You can do all our
Okay, let's start
Thank you
again.
for letting me
No.
go first.
Thank you, Councillor Rumble. And yeah, I mean, likewise, I don't think anybody can. You don't get away. I don't think anybody will doubt your commitment. I didn't think you were running for a little while, but then you decided to run again, so I'm glad for that, because what you offer to the table is going to be good going forward and something that the community needs. Before I go to the rest of councillors, I want to go to the CAO. Simply put, I'd like an update on the bus. And I put her on the spot today, and I told her I would go. So can you give us an update on how our community bus, the little beautiful blue little tiny dinky that's running around, how's it going?
So the feedback from our drivers has a very positive feedback from the passengers. There's been noticeable uptake since we started the on-demand system. The only, I'll say complaint is not really complaint, there's been quite a few people that have expressed interest in increased hours. So as you know, we operate from 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday, and slightly reduced hours on Saturday. I think we stop at 5:30 or 6, but we run 6 days a week. So I had our GIS tech actually run some numbers today for a report from September 1st to the 23rd, today. We have had 437 passengers in those 22 days, minus the Sundays that have been in there, including 2 wheelchair passengers or who have identified with mobility issues.
Incredible.
We have had one user that's used it 20 times, one who's used it 29 times, and one who's used it 43 times.
Wow.
So there are people that are depending on this bus to get them to and from either work or school or a place that they have to go on a regular basis. Our top locations are, I'll try to do this in not any particular order, but starting off with 12 drop-offs. The hospital, North Mart, the arena, the YMCA, the post office bank area on Grenfell Street, Loring Drive, Hamilton intersection, so that could be people going to the C-store, Subway,
Yep.
the Hotel North, that whole area, and the co-op. So those are our top kind of drop-off locations that don't include residents, obviously. But there's a lot of activity, and the bus is being used constantly. And I see it going up and down this road all day long. And we do have to break sometimes for charges, and hopefully when we get our new chargers or bigger chargers installed, those breaks will be shortened up a bit.
Yep.
But it's going over very well.
And I think just a hats off to whoever selected the drivers,
Yeah.
because I think they're doing a huge thing with what they're doing. I think it's a huge benefit.
They are very much advocates for this bus and are very keen, and they would be willing to drive even more. If we said, yeah, we can extend the hours, they would both be ready to go.
Well, I hope the demand dictates that going forward. Okay, thank you. Let's go, Councillor Pomeroy.
Yes, thank you, Your Worship. Not a lot to add. I think Councillor Rumbold said enough for all of us, and I want to thank her for stopping when she did. but no, seriously though. But I mean, you know, thank you to you as well. Very kind words towards council and to the mayor, and you know, likewise. I mean, you've given your all too, and you know, I think the community appreciates that. I know we around this table appreciate that. Staff certainly appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody around this table as well. I think that it's not an easy job sometimes. It's rewarding at times, but it's very, you know, could be taxing at some times, but I think all of us are on the same page when it comes to moving this town forward, and I want to thank everybody around this table as well. Yes, we did lose some people in our community in recent times, Miss Crane and Miss Felsberg. Harris Wolfrey, there's another individual that was well known in this community. Ms. Crane, I never knew her well, but I have some of her beautiful artwork in my home and proudly display it, and have for many, many years. I have some of her artwork in my office as well. Ms. Felsberg, one of the first people I met when I moved to Labrador over 35 years ago, and actually one of the first people that walked into my office and gave me a pretty good history lesson of where I was to, and some of the history around the surrounding area. Talked about her coming to Canada and coming to Labrador at a young age to pursue a career in nursing. She was very well respected. She often wrote articles for me when I worked as the editor of the newspaper here, and later as publisher and owner of Labrador Life magazine. She contributed regularly to my publication and was always very insightful and very informative, and certainly she will be missed. So, yeah, that's it for me, Your Worship. And again, thank you and thank council for last 4 years, and on to new. That's it.
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go to Councillor Winters.
Thank you, Mayor. Like I said, Denise, you went above and beyond on what we all can say about each other. I think you need to be recognized as well for your dedication and your persistence and your knowledge and your actions towards policy and policy development. It's unmatched. Everybody else around this table, I got to say thank you. Not only everyone at this table, but also former councillors Duffett and Bennett, who were a part of the original 13th council. In saying that, I think sometimes as a councillor, it's like you're running in quicksand, or it seems like you're getting nowhere, and then it's so hard, and there's so many meetings and so many things we have to get through, and it seems like we're not going to get anywhere. But I just went through the list last night, and I just looked at what we accomplished as a council, and this is just off the top of my head, like a path to financial stability. 8 audits in 4 years. Updated emergency operations thanks to Brad and his team, and that we dealt with 4 major emergencies that were handled, like from my understanding, feedback was great in how we handled them. The establishment of the official complaint process, which hasn't been around for quite some time, but now I know it's not perfect, but it's on its way. Agreement with the union. We're not going to have any union disruption for another 3 years, 2 years, 3 years until they go back at the table. But that's huge. Like agreement with your union. Transportation plan, again, the bus is another excellent thing that we've got off the ground. A sound non-for-profit policy. I think that non-for-profit policy, everybody got to look at it and notice that. Yes, there are some organizations that are going to disagree with, but I think it falls in line with what we tax and how we tax our seniors. If you can afford it, you don't have to pay, or there's some sort of a leeway there. The Lorraine Drive intersection overhaul, thanks to Randy and his team of getting that straightened away, and this council for finding money to do that. That was one of the, and still is, one of the most dangerous intersections probably in the province. And I see someone running for a provincial election up here. We got to realize Hamilton River Road is a provincial highway, and in my opinion, I don't think we should be paying a cent for it. But that's just one thing that we can work together with the province on. The bike trail completion, I know Councillor Compton-Hobbs mentioned this many times, especially when there was money set aside from the previous council to get it done. But now we can look at it and say by the end of this term or this fall, it will be done. And again, going back to Brad, a path to create a new fire hall, which was sorely needed, which is sorely needed. I think we put ourselves on that path of accomplishing a lot. And like I said, these are just very few. And then if we look deeper and deeper, I know there will be more. But again, there's still going to be struggles. So there's public safety. Public safety is always, and we've seen Mr. Saunders here, and this is what he always brings to the table. And it's not like this council didn't do anything about it. There's not and I hope that the town realizes that there's not much we can do, but reiterate and explain to the people that are in charge, that make the decisions of what's actually going on here and what we can do. Like the mayor mentioned several times, the hundreds of hours of meetings that we had just on the subject alone. I don't know where it goes, but again, that's up to the next people that sit at this table to just reiterate what can happen and what the town can actually do about it. But in saying all that, I got to say thank you again to council and former council, and especially staff, Randy, Val, Kathy, and Nadine, mainly, because you're the ones that steer the ship at the end of the day. We're here and we follow your lead. You're the engine that makes this work. So thank you so much for everything that you do. And Mayor, doing what you did over the last 4 years was pretty amazing from my point of view. To lead this crowd or this team and this town, and you've done it with grace and you've done it with professionalism. I don't think there's a whole lot of people can do that, and I just got to say thank you for what you've done. Thanks, Dad. And that's it for me.
All right, sir. Thank you. I'm saving this side for. You got that, did you? Councillor Cantonales.
Thank you, Mayor.
Just for luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond to Denise too, and I'm gonna say, I am passionate of the community, certainly I am. But you, what I witnessed in the past couple of years is you're a researcher, and you come to that table with your homework done. And I appreciate that when you were there to, you know, explain and clarify some things that we probably didn't understand, because you did your homework, and that was, you know, clear to all of us. I want to thank the staff too. I've been around a few years, and you can't thank the staff enough. You know, when you reach out, they respond, and they put a lot of hours into this, you know, into the town. People don't see what goes on behind closed doors, but we do as councillors, and you can never thank the staff enough, you know, for all the hours and all the commitment to what they do. Happy Valley Day is Saturday, 82 years. Hope to see a crowd at Kinston Park to celebrate that day. It's a huge day for, you know, for the town, so hopefully we'll get a crowd out for that. Condolences to Jean Crane and Susan Balsberg. They were pillars of the community. Harris Wolfrey, he'll certainly be missed, you know, around the town and on his bike and at North Mart. And, you know, everyone loved Harris Wolfrey. And to council, I'd like to thank the council too. Like I said, we've been, you know, I've been around. It's, at times it's very difficult. You don't always see eye to eye, but you do have to work together. And once you go out that door, you know, you have to leave behind and what just happened inside, you know, behind closed doors. So, you know, with social media, sometimes it's not always easy, but we work through it. And I thank you, Mayor, for leading the group. And I would like to say good luck to all the candidates who are running. And that's it for me, Mayor.
Thank you. And now I'm shifting to this end of the table. Councillor Broomfield. I know you're going to be short and sweet, but.
I am going to be real short, and I'm not seeking re-election. I tell you what, when I started my campaign 4 years ago in 2021, what I said I was going to work to do, and that was to eliminate the stipends for the councillors. And that's gone. Thank Councillor Pomeroy for that one. You got rid of it. The other things I want to say is, a year ago, we had the minister here from Defense talking about our base. The barracks was supposed to be destroyed last summer. They stopped them. They're back at it again this year, taking them down. That's it. My final comment, I want to thank the 13th Council, all the staff, and all the runs that Happy Valley-Goose made to put in the trust and faith in us as council. And I do want to make a special mention to our fire chief. When we first came on, the very first thing we did is we had an emergency there with power outage. And it just went on and on from there, and I think he stepped up to the plate really good, and thank him and thank all the staff, like I said, and all the councillors, and all the best for everyone who's going forward in the council elections. And my fellow councillors who are not.
And to the birthday person.
Yeah, close to getting
The age
roasted
is already
there.
out there, so, yeah.
No, I appreciate it, thank you. Again, there's nothing you didn't say. Everyone has covered mostly everything we were going to discuss, but I do have to say thank you to the staff. Your guidance, your support, your kindness, whenever we needed answers to questions, you were there. So I appreciate it. To the community, for the consistent and strong support, for the advice, for the encouragement, and the wisdom from everything they provided. To thank family, of course, for the dinners when I wasn't there cooking. My family still fed. The love and support and patience is truly appreciated. But around the table here, truly my colleagues, the council here, keep giving back. Keep being kind, keep it clean for those that are running. Go your hardest, and of course, thank you for your friendship. It truly is appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, folks. I have, first time in my council career, I have a prepared statement. No, I have a few things that I spent. It's kind of melancholy here. You know, you see your name on the on the bronze plaques, and you hear, 48 months ago, it was kind of, we all came together, right, as a group, and, we gelled very well, and we're off. First thing we got hit with was state of emergency, right? So, anyway, as I speak here, delivering my final remarks as the mayor of Happy Valley Goose Bay, I'm filled with a deep sense of gratitude and pride. I'd like to reflect on a few things, though, however. Serving this community is one of the greatest honors of my life. I've done it for many years, and especially since the last 4 years as mayor. I want to begin by thanking the residents of Happy Valley Goose Bay. Thank you for your trust, your encouragement, and for allowing me the privilege to serve over the past 4 years. This community is filled with people who care deeply. We heard from one delegation this evening. Yes, sometimes words from delegations aren't kind, but they come from a place that we are all deeply passionate, but at the end of the day, we stand strong together, and I'd be proud to be part of that. We first came into the office as 13th elected town council. We immediately faced some serious challenges. We discovered that no financial audits have been completed for many years. Specifically, the audits for 2018, 19, 20, and 21 were outstanding. This was not just an administrative oversight. It had a real consequence because the audits were not completed. The town lost approximately $200,000 in municipal operating grants, critical funding that supported the day-to-day operations of our community. Even more significantly, we were placed in a ministerial oversight, for lack of a better word, and we were prohibited from borrowing or entering into long-term lease agreements with the audit situation until it was corrected. Recognize the serious nature of this issue. We, the 13th Council, acted decisively. We removed the existing auditor and brought in a new professional firm. That firm delivered results, and as we will see, the results have come to fruition. And I thank Councillor Brumfield because every single meeting, audits, and then we got up and that stopped. So we're in a place we're in a really good place passing forward. Working closely with dedicated staff and a new auditor, we have now rectified that situation. In the coming days, a special meeting will be called, and once that meeting is concluded, we will be fully current on all our audits. The town finally will be able to move forward with restrictions that have been hindering us, but let me be clear, this should never have happened and shouldn't be allowed to happen again. Despite the challenges, I'm incredibly proud of some of the things that we've accomplished together as a group. Public safety. We successfully lobbied the province for funding to address public safety, and were rewarded $500,000. These funds have been used to provide security services and to implement community safety initiatives like cameras, clear cutting that was done recently, and making our town a safer, more responsive to residents' concerns. Are we where we need to be? Absolutely not. My thing is, I just hope that the new council can continue to lobby the province. That money is just about done now, so we need some decisions made. But we need the province to be engaged with us, and I'm again looking at someone in the audience here this evening. It's paramount. I hear the Premier saying you're going to work to make communities safer. Well, I trust that this council will keep those toes to the fire and ensure, because public safety in this community is paramount. We're 8,000 people. We're not 180,000 people. We're 8,000 people, and the concerns are troublesome. Affordable housing. We partnered with Newfoundland Labrador Housing after the 13th Council secured a $5 million rapid housing grant from CMHC. As a result, 16 new affordable housing units have been built, a meaningful step in addressing some of our needs in our community. Our transit system. I'm extremely proud of our little tiny blue bus that runs around. We've launched a public transit system for Happy Valley Goose Bay with approximately $800,000 grant from the federal government. Our tiny little electric bus has already become a valued and visible asset in our community, helping residents connect more easily with essential services and with each other's. And we heard tonight that it's working, and I hope to see maybe a second bus or extended hours or something as it goes forward. Bike trail revitalization. After several failed attempts over the years, we finally see now revitalization work on the bike trail from MOT to the Upper Valley. And my hope is that the project will spark the development for a broader, accessible walkway system through town. Road and intersection safety. Work is underway to address that long-standing issue at Loring Drive and the issue that residents have raised from time time and time again. New fire hall, unfortunately, we didn't get where we wanted to get, but we are at a stage now where planning and design are in progress for a much-needed new fire hall, a critical piece of infrastructure in our community, and the folks that work from that facility, nothing but stellar. And under Brad's leadership, we've unfortunately, had everything from fires to explosions to and everything in between, evacuations, and we can always remember, I guess, that we were the first place to receive the first evacuated community in the province, and that went, without issue. Post-secondary growth, we proudly, as the 13th Council, proudly supported a new university campus here in Goose Bay, a transformative step for local education, employment, and community, and I see all these new programs that are being offered and opportunities for students. That's another economic bonus for us because it could see 200 or 300 people in our community. Over the past 4 years, we've had to make some very difficult decisions, the kinds of decisions that leadership often demands. While our goal has always been to act in the best interests of the town, we recognize that not every decision is easy or was popular. And at times, the reactions were strong, including personal threats and, unfortunately, the loss of some friendships. Those moments weren't easy, but throughout that, we remained focused on doing what we believed was best for Happy Valley Goose Bay. The principle guided every vote, every debate, and every night, long nights around the council table. To our incredible staff, thank you. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed, as been said. It's very difficult working for a board or a council. I can't imagine. I know I've been into situations, from a leadership perspective, being on many, many boards, and to be a fly on the wall of your staff rooms or your offices and things like that, I can only imagine. But I just want to say thank you, because it's been a rocky road at times, and I know I keep hearing in the back of my head that the guilt about checking your emails and not getting responses and things like that. But the work that you do is excellent. The professionalism, your perseverance, especially during those difficult moments, nothing short of exceptional. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys here, and please pass it along. I'm trying to get around to the different work sites, not to campaign, but to say thank you. And that includes everybody from yourself right down to our crews that are doing our cleanup. Everybody plays an equal part in making this town successful. To my fellow councillors, thank you. It's been an absolute privilege to work with you. I've been involved in council now for a long time. I would say that the percentage of attendance at this council was in the 90%. Very, very few times did we see, not enough for a quorum or people not attend meetings and things like that. So from that, we haven't always agreed, as has been said, but I respected everybody, and we also shared the common goal of making this place as best a town as we can. And I'm proud of what we've achieved together. Importantly, on a personal note, I'd like to thank my wife and my 2 kids. Thanks for the patience and love and support that I've been here as time as mayor. I know that there's been a lot of missed suppers, missed family events, and evenings away from home due to council meetings and or out of town and council commitments. I appreciate the understanding and you allowing me to serve the community. And I couldn't have done it without you, and from the bottom of my heart, I'd say thank you. As I leave the role, I do it with confidence of that I feel in the future for Happy Valley Goose Bay. We've faced challenges. We're going to face considerable challenges, and I think just the strength and resilience of people here, we will succeed. We have to have partnership from the province, from the feds, and from local community to make this successful, because there is some huge economic opportunities. It's Gull Island or Musqueam Falls 2.0, and we don't get that chance. Communities don't get that chance very often, but we have to capitalize this time. The days of that project not going to impact our community can't stay. That has to go. So I'd like to wish the councillors around the table and those that are, I see your note, and those that are running every success. It's easy to campaign. It's easy to always say things are wrong when you sit around a table of 7, it becomes a whole different reality. So I wish you all good luck. We're going to need strong representation, and I'm sure that that will happen. But overall, thank you to all of the residents of Happy Valley-Goose Bay. It's been my absolute privilege, and I thank you. And that is it from me. Okay. Thank you very much. No, I'm going to put it to the floor for Brad. Do you want to say anything? Not putting you on the spot?
No, you're not, and no, thank you guys too. You know, tough times, yes, good times, yes, but everything in between was imperfect as well, so. Good luck for the ones that are running again, and for those that aren't running, thank you for your service, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
Get that man his fire hall. Val, you're our computer expert lady.
I just want to say thank you for your time, your patience, and many times when we've had issues. You've been very supportive. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you guys have done to support us in the last 4 years.
Thank you, and I'm disappointed I had to sign checks with an old pen. Anyway, that's an inside joke with Val. Mr. Dillon?
Yes, thanks, Mayor. Yeah, I'd like to say also thank you to the council for their dedication to the residents and for the support to staff and myself in particular, and as well as the rest of the staff. I'd like to say for those who are going to run again, you know, success and good luck in your campaign for the next few weeks. And to those who are not running, you know, enjoy the rest of your journey.
That's the plan. Kathy?
Everything's been said, but I will say thank you as well. You know, when you come on council, especially if you're new, it's a little overwhelming the first little while, and it's kind of overwhelming for staff as well, trying to make sure that we're giving you what you need in order for you to do council business and be successful. So I thank you for that, and I wish everyone good luck. Whether you're staying on board, well, hopefully you are if you're running again, and all the best.
And Kathy, I just want to say, and I think this comes from everybody, you're absolutely stellar at what you do, and thank you. Yeah. Madam CAO, you've got to say something tonight.
I thought I said a lot already. I just like to say my job is hard. It's challenging. There's a lot to it. I still wouldn't want to be in your shoes. To be an elected official and be under public scrutiny 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I just don't have the tolerance for it. However, I do have a lot of patience, so I deal with a lot of stuff, and I do it mostly happily. And I appreciate your support. I want to say, especially with the audits, that was a real struggle before, and with the support of this council, getting those moving forward, moving with the new auditor, it's been a really, really tough 3 years, but to get 8 audits done in 3 years, and we're in a really good shape for the next one. Spoke with the auditor for 2 hours today, and she's really pleased with everything so far. So I look forward to next week with that, and I look forward to new or returning councillors next time, and we start the cycle all over again.
You're not
So,
supposed to
good luck
lie.
to you all.
Yeah. And again, thanks for your efforts and all of the team's efforts in the audits. It's a huge piece, and going forward now, hopefully we'll be just a few weeks and we'll have those, you know, current, right? But thank you for what you do. Can't be good, but I'd love to have been a fly on your wall on some days. So, anyway, folks, if nobody else has anything else, I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting in a second because she needs us for 10 minutes after the meeting. So we'll take a 5-minute or 10-minute break, and then 5-minute break.
No,
Sorry,
we adjourn.
this one will not lead to a motion to council, so we don't need to return to a public session. It's an update
Oh no,
on an HR matter.
I'm adjourning the meeting,
Okay.
and we're going to just take a 5-minute break, and then we
Okay.
need 10 minutes of council. That's all.
Okay.
We'll let the poor gallery go home. All right, so motion to adjourn made by yeah, I know who's coming. Made by Councillor Compton Hobbs, seconded by Councillor Rumbold. There's no discussion. All those in favour indicate with aye.
Aye.
Council.
Bang that gavel.
And we're adjourned.